What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back post-game. Welcome back after a very good win and a lot of things to talk about. Is this the solution for Motta? Is this a genius move or is just normality? Is this what he had to do, forced to do, or is this something he needed to do a couple of weeks ago? Make a tactical change or just attempt and try to make a tactical change to get a response out of this team and, get certain players at different positions where they can hurt, opponents, but also put players in different positions so they can actually help the other teammates, because I thought that was an issue the last couple of weeks. So that's what we're going to talk about. He talked about it post-game. He was asked about it, tactical changes. Do you think this is it now, or are you forced to do it? So he had some interesting things to say about that as well. And even Giuntoli spoke. I want to touch on that as well later on. But before we do that, as always, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about a potential change in the season. Okay, so you beat Cagliari. We're not good, but it's not a given for us. We play poor teams all season and we cannot beat them. So I'm not going to use that one. One of the first things I thought when he blew that whistle, I was like, we beat Salernitana in the cup big time, and everybody know what happened after that, So it's not a given that you beat Cagliari now 4-0. You go to Monza and you make it look easy, because nothing looks easy for us so far this season in the league, So that's not that. The thing is, he made changes, tactical changes. Yes, he was forced to think, but he wasn't forced to play Locatelli. And he wasn't forced to play McKennie in those positions, So he made that decision. He wasn't forced to play Yildiz in the 10, But he made that decision, dropping Koopmeiners a bit deeper, starting in Bangula, Those were things were not forced by injuries. They may have been forced, or not may. They were forced because of the results, because of the criticism, because of things not working right now, and players not, living up to their potential and expectations. One of them, for example, Koopmeiners as well. That definitely. So he was forced. So is this a genius move, or could it be a genius move, or is this just it needs to happen, And the genius part for me comes where if you push with this, and you adjust certain things, because it wasn't perfect, against a better team you would have some issues yesterday, because there were a lot of space in midfield, especially in the first half. At the back, getting in behind was way too easy in my opinion, but you were playing a poor side, so the result was what it was. But in general, the tactical changes, they did help, and not up to perfection. For example, Yildiz, I said it, post game, technically that was a very poor game. However, he got involved. He opened up a lot of things for Mbangula, for Conceição. It made Vlahovic's life easier, because it's different if you, as an opponent, have Yildiz in front of you or Koopmeiners in front of you. It's a massive difference. Now, post-game, he talked about it, and I think he hinted towards that, a change and tactical change could be on the horizon. This could not be a one-off, because he's talked about Yildiz, and he said he can play that position. However, technically, he needs to do better, because the talent he has, he needs to do better technically. He had an off day on a technical level. That's what he said. He lost some possessions in the first half where he wasn't perfect position. And usually, if he's just a normal Yildiz, he gets away with a lot of these things. And Vlahovic could have, got more out of that game in that first half, So he alluded to it, and he said, but that's something he's going to improve on, playing that position. So maybe this is it. Maybe for Motta, this is like, okay, it's a one-off game. And yes, we had some issues, maybe defensively, or things that could turn out to be issues defensively that on the day didn't turn out to be an issue. But saying these things, I think Motta clocked that, maybe it's drastic, to change a lot of things, but maybe the Yildiz one is something he's going to use moving forward right now. Not obviously Locatelli at the back, and so maybe McKennie as left back could be something, because in midfield, I think Thuram didn't have the best game. like he has everything to improve, but he slowed down the play a bit too much. I think he is at his best if he's getting pressed or if he can drive with the ball in very, difficult situations. When he has a lot of time, he's going to need to learn to play that ball a bit quicker, But again, that's something he's going to need to improve with Motta as well. But a Locatelli Koopmeiners pivot, is that something that could work? Because apparently Koopmeiners played with the flu again. I thought he had a good game. He needed to cover a lot of ground, because McKennie bombed forward a lot of times in that first half, especially, and he needed to slot in. That goal was fantastic, but could Locatelli and Koopmeiners, a double pivot, be something that, is in the cooker with Yildiz playing that position? Could Mbangula, definitely, he's probably not going to start against Monza, but in the meantime, could Gonzalez get the start? Or long-term, is it Gonzalez? Because Gonzalez came on, played on the wing, played as a 10, and then plays as a striker. But can he play on the wing? Can he play on the left? And we don't know all these things. People say he might not play on the left. He's not good on the left. Does that mean, okay, you're going to play in Mbangula, or Yildiz is going to drop in back to the left, and Nico Gonzalez is playing behind the striker? So that's all up to Motta. But what is set in stone is that a tactical change is needed. It is needed. Players look better. They looked more open, and it's one game, it's one moment, it could be a one-off game. However, what we have been doing so far is not been working. A player like Nico Gonzalez is gonna help this team massively. He gets GA. Technically, he's a very secure player. He's not the flashy Conceição type of player, but he's gonna help you. It gives you different solutions, which gives you an opportunity to do certain things, different in a tactical aspect. Through the middle, we didn't play a lot through the middle the last couple of weeks, and when we did that, it was slow, it was predictable. In the first half, there were a couple of sequences where it was just Savona to Locatelli to Savona to Thuram, and it goes straight to Conceição, or it goes to Mbangula, or it went straight to Yildiz. These things are a demand. It should be a demand. Yes, you're going to lose some balls here and there. Technically, it's not going to look perfect all the time, but you need to start building on something, because playing risk-free football is not helping us. We're going to need to take risks, because we have players who can take those risks, and technically they should be helping you in taking those risks and not put you in danger most of the time. So it's up to Motta. Is this a solution? You guys let me know in the comments. However, I don't think it's a genius thing. It's just he's going to need to be forced. I think he's being forced into doing this purely based on the results and the play. However, if he perfects it, that's the thing. If he can perfect what we're trying to do right now, or we hope we're trying to do, then he might be the genius. But this far, I portray him as a genius, but it's so far off. But a tactical change, I think, is just a need, But you guys let me know in the comments. Do you think this is a way to go? Is this too extreme? The many changes, not the way we play, the many changes. Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys later tonight. Ciao.